Morning, profitable traders. Welcome to today's market color session, being the 8th of August 2025. For this segment of the market color session, I will be analyzing GBP USD, Euro USD, and DXY. Right after that, Lekon coming up for his analysis on gold and the yen basket. All right, my name is Cynthia, and if this is your first time joining in for these sessions, we do this every day, Monday to Friday, without fail, except of course there are holidays and something comes up, right? So we'll just head straight to the chat. I'd like to crave our indulgence. Kindly share the link to this market color session with everyone on our various social media platforms so that this can get to as many people as possible and they can get to participate in what we have ongoing here. Starting off with the DXY on the monthly time frame. Right. Overall, we're seeing a bullish trend, and we're seeing a clear of this liquidity residing at 100.694 all the way to the downside and down to the weekly time frame. We saw a break of this low right here at 100.371, and we're even seeing some push to the downside. Coming to the daily time frame, we saw a break of this high at 99.108 on the daily time frame, and we're seeing some retracement fibbing this most recent swing from point A to point B. Right here, we can see that price traded into 78.6% fib level. It's looking as though it's going to hold off that point and continue its journey all the way to the upside. Where do I think price wants to trade into? There's a daily order block at 102.983. So we may see some push in the dollar, some bullish move in the dollar all the way to this other block right here, again at 102.982, because price has taken out this high, has retraced into 78.6% fib level. The next move that we will be seeing is for price to trade all the way to this other block. I'm just reiterating so that we can get to see what we're looking out for on daily time frame, seeing that we're looking for a strong dollar today. Short term, of course, not long term, because we already know where we want to trade into. I can actually spot the classic box pattern for a buy right here on the 4-hour time frame. Shoulder at 97.710, a sweep to the downside. We've seen a break to the upside. All we want to see price do is for price to return into this left shoulder at 97.710 and trading to this fair value gap. Actually, there are 2 points of interest residing basically at the same level, a fair value gap and a left shoulder. So we want to see price retracing to this level, and once price gets there, I'm willing to buy the XY all the way to the daily order block. If you have questions, you can start penning them down. You can start typing in chat box so that we can get to see what you are seeing together. For GBP USD on the monthly time frame, overall, we are seeing some bearish moves. But coming right here, the most recent price action, we saw price take out this high at 1.33567 all the way to the upside, and we saw some retracements down to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, fibbing this entire swing from point A to point B, right? Fibbing this entire swing from point A to point B, we may want to see price retracing into 61.8% fib level, which is a good discount point for us to buy GBP USD from. On the daily time frame, let's see what price has done. On daily time frame, I have seen a break of structure and a change of character, right? So price bought for a while, but came here, formed a lower high, and we've seen some break to the downside. So fibbing this swing from point A to point B on the daily time frame, right, price is presently at 61.8% fib level. We may see some reaction of that level all the way to the downside, seeing that price, there has been a change of character, there's been a break of structure. We may see price sell off this level down to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, what am I looking out for today? We were looking at this point right from Wednesday when we said that we spotted a box pattern strategy, shoulder at one spot, 35051, sweep to the upside, break to the downside. We were speculating that we wanted to see price retrace back into this left shoulder again at one spot, 35051. So this was what we were looking out for price to do, retracing to this level, right? And once price does that, I'm willing to sell all the way. So I'm expecting and anticipating one more push to the upside for GBP USD. And once price does that and trades into this level again, once for 35051, I am willing to sell GBP USD all the way to the downside. And where is my target? If I'm going to be taking this sell when price gets to my point of interest, my target is this daily low at one spot 31424. This is where I'll be willing to take profits. And of course, I'm not in the trade yet until I see price get to my point of interest. Again, if you have questions, you can start typing them down. You can start penning down your questions in chat box. Or if you have a different bias, please do well to type in chat box, and we will be looking at what you have together. On the monthly time frame for Euro USD, right, overall bearish, seeing a sweep of this liquidity all the way to the upside. Price traded into some premium level and reacted off that point. On the weekly time frame also, fibbing this most recent swing, right? We're seeing that the most recent price action is actually bullish, right? So fibbing this most recent swing from point A to point B, we saw price tap into 61.8% fib level, and we saw some reaction of that point. Again, price traded into 38.2% fib level, and it's looking as though price is holding off that point. Down to the daily time frame, let's see what price has done on daily time frame. On daily time frame, I'm seeing something much different from what I've spotted both on the monthly and the weekly time frame. I'm seeing some break of structure, change character. Price was supposed to form a higher high, right? But instead, we saw price forming a lower high because this high is way lower than the previous, right? And we even saw a break of structure. So indicating that we should be looking out for sell opportunities on the daily time frame, except of course, we see price breaking structure to the upside. But for now, all I'm seeing is just a sell character, right? I'm looking out for sell opportunities. So fibbing this swing from point A to point B, right? Price traded into 61.8% fib level. It's looking as though price is holding off that point and may start selling from that level. But down to the 4-hour time frame, let's see what price is doing, right? Fibbing this swing, this entire swing from point A to point B. Right, price is presently at 61.8% fib level, but I will be looking out for one more push into this fair value gap on the daily time frame. Price may trade into this level trade into this fair value gap on the 4-hour time frame before reacting and aligning with what's going on daily time frame. On daily time frame, we're seeing that we should just be looking out for sell opportunities because we've seen a clear change of character, a clear break of structure. All we should be anticipating moving forward on daily time frame is actually for sell opportunities. So I will be willing to take sells on Euro USD when I see price retracing to one spot 17182 on the 4-hour time frame. I can spot the classic box pattern on Euro USD. It's not clear. I can't even see anything like that on Euro USD on the 4-hour time frame. It was much clearer for GBP USD on the 4-hour time frame. So I'll just be waiting for price to retrace into this level. Again, one spot 17182, I beg your pardon. One more push to this level, coinciding with 78.6% level. And once I see that, I'm willing to sell Euro USD all the way. So for DXY, I'm looking out for a sell to buy. For GBP USD and Euro USD, I'm looking out for a buy to sell. One more push into those levels that we called out on both asset classes, both currency pairs, and then once price fulfills that, once price gets to a point of interest, we will be willing to take the sell opportunities. Please, if you have questions, someone said I should come back to GBP USD. So do you mean that I should go over the analysis for GBP USD, or you're seeing something really different from what has been said? I think you just joined in, right? For user, you just joined in. You can catch up with the replay on our YouTube channel. You just joined in, sir, because I have gone through the analysis for DXY, for GBP USD and Euro USD. If you're just joining in, kindly do well to catch up with the replay on our YouTube channel, because time has been fast spent. So you can always catch up with the replay, right? You're just joining in, of course. So you'd have to catch up with the replay on our YouTube channel to see our outlook for today. If there are no more questions, we'll be going on a very brief break, and Liko will be coming up for his analysis on gold and yen basket. Cheers and God bless.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Market Caller brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team. And this morning, we'll be going straight into the analysis of the precious metal. Just as you can see on the screen, we are going to start with the weekly time frame of what is going on in the market so far. Now, if you look at the weekly time frame, we've been on a very large, bullish trend so far. We are still very much inside that range that we all have been looking out to see price break out from. All right, but since price is still within the range, when you look at it from the daily time frame too, we have similar price action. All right, still within the range. And our analysis for this week was that between Monday and Wednesday, which was day before yesterday, price should trade all the way into this daily order block, and we then can see retracement to the downside. But seeing what price has done so far, we see price did exactly what we analyzed, but not with full momentum. It was moving gradually. We did not see the very first full momentum compared to last week, when we see a very sharp move all the way to the downside as analyzed. So what is the now trend? What are we now looking out for to see on the precious metal today? Now, today, as you can see, we are still very much bullish, but within a range. Remember, on the higher time frame, we are in a range, but price is still showing us that we are still very much bullish, which means all opportunity we are going to be looking out for. And price just tapped into the daily order block on the daily time frame. Just price traded into this particular daily order block, which is where we are expecting price to start selling all the way to the downside from. So since we are expecting price to sell from that particular point, and we've not really seen a clear break of market structure shift, so I would advise, if we go to 15-minute time frame, to go and see if we are going to see our box pattern in the 15-minute time frame. Now it's looking more like we have it there, which is this looking more like a shoulder. We have the sweep upside, and we've seen the break to the downside. Now price is retracing back, of which I'm of the opinion that if we truly want to, take this particular trade, let's see price take out the high of today, which is this Asian high that we have here. So the main price takes it out, then we can now begin to look for opportunity to short GBP, JPY, the precious metal rather, to the downside. Okay, so that is the outlook for today on the precious metal. So when price takes out this liquidity point and we see our entry signature, which is a bearish engulfing candle, then we can easily start shorting all the way to the downside. Now, where are we shorting it to? We are going to see that from the 4-hour time frame. We are going to try and short all the way back down into this shoulder level here, all the way to this place is where we are shorting into. So let's see and look at how price, react after taking out the Asian high. And as a matter of fact, I'm seeing something very amazing here. I think we should use this for it. If you can see, this is the other block on the 4-hour time frame, where price is still most likely going to trade into. Yes, price is still most likely going to trade into this other block, just as we can see. So let's wait and see what happens and when price get to this zone on the 4-hour time frame. And when you see your entry signature on the 15-minute time frame, you can just proceed, go ahead and take your trade for the precious metal moving forward. So let's quickly get to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket. Then we use that to determine what we want to see on the other yen correlated pair. Now for the yen basket this day, we expect some bearish move since the open of the market. But as at Monday, we see that the market was heavily bullish. Or the market just ran all the way to the upside on Monday. It opens bullish on Monday, and since Monday, we've been seeing gradual push to the downside. There has not been enough liquidity in the market. All right. So what exactly are we looking out for? We are still expecting it to still come all the way down to take out the liquidity point that we have here. That's what we are still expecting on the yen basket. And if that should happen on the yen basket, it's simply telling us that the other yen correlated pair, we expect them to long a little bit more before we see them start selling. Starting with GBP JPY, and GBP JPY has not really gotten, just as the way we analyzed it the last time, that we are expecting GBP JPY to buy all the way back up. And that is what we are seeing here. And where exactly are we expecting GBP JPY to buy into? We're expecting to buy into this zone at the top here, and this is it. Because of this reference point that we have here, this fair value gap here. So that is why we are still expecting more of GBP JPY buys all the way to the top. And I know someone will be like, yes, price is currently at a daily order block reacting to this heavy move of Friday. But I'm still going to tell you that unless we see a clear market structure shift, this price is most likely going to violate and come to our POI at that fair value gap that we saw on the daily time frame. So we will go to 4-hour time frame to see what exactly is going on. Great. On 4-hour, we are seeing a shoulder pattern around this level here, which is telling us that when price get to that particular point, it's going to react to the downside. Good. But let price get there first. When price get there first, I'm even seeing another block inside of this zone here. So when price get there and we see an entry signature to short, is going to be a little one, just like your 60 to 70 pips, and get out of the trade for this short, because price is still going to achieve that objective on the daily time frame, and that is what is calling price to the upside. So that is that on the daily the 4-hour time frame. Also on the 1-hour time frame too, is very much clear what we are seeing on the 1-hour time frame. We are still expecting price, yes, to come all the way to this other block that we have here on the 1-hour time frame too. And as you can see, it's giving more of a shoulder pattern. You can see the sweep of this liquidity, the break of this guy, and price is coming up all the way. When price gets to this zone, then we can look for opportunity to short GBP JPY to the downside. So that is the outlook on GBP JPY. And lastly, let's quickly look at Euro JPY. For Euro JPY, you are going to see we have similar move, and even on Monday, Euro JPY Tuesday, but rather on Tuesday, Euro JPY gave very sweet entry for a buy all the way to the upside, and as you can see, the buy is still moving. And if you look at it on the daily time frame, we are still very much expectant that Euro JPY should still pull all the way back into its own, like we are seeing more like a market structure shift already on Euro JPY, but price should still push a little bit back to the upside, which it is in this order block. But if you come to your lower time frame to see exact point where we are most likely to see Euro JPY begin to sell from, we are going to observe that this is where we have the shoulder. Looking at our last bust pattern, this is the shoulder. We've seen the sweep and we've seen the break. Price has taken out a lot of liquidity, so we are expecting price to come and take out this liquidity here and tap proper into this 1 hour order block that we have at the top here. Okay, so until price get to that level, we are not looking for any opportunity to short Euro JPY at all. So because we are also still expecting the yen basket to tank a little bit more, then that is also telling us that Euro JPY has more tendency also to buy all the way to the upside. So we are still going to see more move to the upside for Euro JPY until price get to this POI here. Then we can begin to look for opportunity to sell to the downside. So that is what we have for Euro JPY, GBP and also the precious metal. If there's any question, let me quickly take our question before we call it a day. Yeah, I'm seeing someone say, please come back to GU, come to DSY again. You can watch that on our, you can easily watch that on our YouTube page after this analysis. They are the first session. Probably you came late, so just watch that on our YouTube page. So if there's no any question, this is going to be the end of this morning session, the London session of the Market Color, brought to you by the Value Flow Trading team. Till meet again in the afternoon for the New York session. Make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. Till meet in the afternoon, cheers and God bless.